Let's just try to get a look at his face. Oh, no.
Find them back alive.
Hello again. Here we are. I think this is the 4th episode of... well, I mean, it depends on how I edit the footage that I've acquired. But this is Find 'Em Back Alive. And we're on an expedition, trying to find... I think I'll avoid that guy. Get over here so I can finish talking. We're trying to find Jim. He has not shown up at the village. And I am seriously low on supplies. Is that spider going to be a problem? Maybe not. So I want to find an open area where I can see what's going on here, because I want to try calling for help. Did I see anything? But there's a box up there. I think they made a supply drop and they made the mistake. See, just in case they were going to try a supply drop, I wanted to get into an open area so it would land on the ground, but apparently it did not land on the ground at all. So, what does that mean? Well, it means we're going to have to, unfortunately, chop down this tree. I didn't want to have to damage any of the trees. Wanted to leave things pristine the way they were before I got here. Maybe we'll get... Oh, we got a sapling, so we can replant the tree at least. This supply chest is way up here. Let's just break it. Sent us some stuff here. Okay, let's take stock of our situation. Well, it gave us a couple more batteries. We did lose all our batteries. He sent us some more trail snacks, which is good. We're out of food. 3 peaks. What is this? 3 peaks. It's another map. The location in the lower right. That is going to be mostly to the east of us. A little bit to the south, but mostly east. Call that east by southeast? Or is, I don't know, I may be doing the directions wrong. What does he say here? Set up camp at base of mountains. Jim. 3 peaks mountains, huh? I think that's over in the mountain range we were before. We basically went all the way out of the way, came back this way to find Jim, and Jim told us to basically go back to where we were. Okay, obviously things are going a little bit wrong. Okay, the trail snacks are not there's not a whole lot of it, so just to be safe, we should look around. We were collecting some berries previously, although I've eaten all of that earlier in order to recover from our unfortunate experience. So let's look around and see if we can find some more berries. Hey, this is interesting. We have an arrow and a bone. This might prove useful. But in the meantime, let's go look. I forgot to replant that tree. Here. We're wandering around over here. Let's look to see if we can find some sweet berries. A fox. Hello, fox. Oh, I was hoping to get a picture of you. Oh, we can go a little bit carefully. Hey, that's a fallen log there. Okay, I think the fox is going to go to sleep. Huh? Let's just try to get a look at his face. Oh, no! I think I accidentally took 2 pictures, but I'm not sure we want to see what happened to the other fox. Unfortunately, that's the way nature is. Even here in these new worlds that we're exploring. Which I guess I should talk a little bit about that. I mean, I know everyone knows about how we discovered like an entire endless, I don't know what you would call it, like a parallel series of worlds, or maybe half worlds, just like seemingly endless that we can explore. And unfortunately, we didn't quite learn from our mistakes in our own world. We kind of like abused our own world quite a bit. Did a lot of squandering resources, exploitation, and a lot of colonialism. And we kind of, I mean, we talked about how we'd learned our lesson, but when we found these worlds, we kind of like treated them the same way. Didn't try to be renewable. Didn't try to be careful about our environment. But, whoop, didn't try to avoid danger. But now, you know what, we've kind of learned, I guess, our lesson over again. And we're trying to explore these worlds now with a little bit more care, try to treat the people that we meet, the villagers, more fairly. You know, just trying not to damage the environment that we're in. And maybe we'll do better this time. I'm going to get back over to the village area. I mean, we didn't get a whole lot of resources for our trip, but I think we're pretty much ready to head out. But I don't want to... I thought I saw something. I don't want to head out, you know, in the middle of the night here. I was going to say too early, but of course, what I mean technically is too late. Because if we just rest here for the night again. Tomorrow we could set out for 3 peaks. Okay, we're ready. Time to make our next expedition. I'm going to have quite a distance to go. Okay, let's get Spruce River map. We're still going to keep it, obviously, but we don't have a need of it right at the moment. We're going to be focusing on the 3 Peaks map. As I said, I believe he's just sending us back to the area we went to at first when we made a detour around this river. Actually, it wasn't this river, was it? It's that river. No, well, it's the same river. I'm pretty sure I was over in this area. Heard a very strange sound there. I think that's an echo from caves below. Fallen log. He's told us that we should be set up a base camp at the base of the mountains. So I think we're going to need some supplies. So any kind of fallen logs that we see. I guess we're going to take some seeds as well, but we're going to need some, you know, if he's telling us to set up a base camp, I think he's going to have us doing a kind of a lengthy stay here, exploring some of the area. In which case, we're probably going to need quite a bit of resources. I hope he's left some resources there to help build the base camp. That would be helpful. Oops, some flowers. I forgot also that I ran out of mushrooms. I don't have any of the mushrooms left. Pumpkin. Don't really have much need of a pumpkin right now. Do have need of this wood. But we should be on the lookout. We should have been on the lookout. I know we saw tons of mushrooms. But my idea with the mushrooms is, of course, if you have both red and brown mushrooms, you can make mushroom stew, which is at least another food source. But also, if we add various flowers to that, we can make medicinal stews that have various properties. Now, the dandelion I didn't keep because it just makes a more filling stew, so it's not that useful. It's not really much of a medicinal stew. But, and of course, we don't want this. This is Lily of the Valley. If you add the Lily of the Valley to a stew, mushroom stew, you get basically a poison stew. So we don't really want to deal with that. And most of the flowers, I don't know what they do. I don't think you can add this kind of flower, for example, to stews at all. Just because it's going to spoil it or something. But there is one flower in particular that I'm going to be on the lookout for, because it will turn it into a healing stew. Let's grab this oak as well. And as you can tell by my low health, I've been pretty badly injured. I would like to get a little bit of healing in. I mean, if I could get to a bed, I might be able to recover some health just from rest. Although I didn't see that we recovered any health while we were staying in the village. Not sure why. I guess I just didn't get a good night's rest.